Okay, ladies and gents, welcome back to No Matter a Game production, and as the observant of you have quite noticed, things have been going rather well since the last episode. So we currently lie in 5th place. Now, Everton does have a game in hand and are only 2 points behind, so we'll call it 6th. We can drop down that place. Fulham aren't near enough to catch us, so I'm just going to think of it as we're currently in 6th place right now. But Brewster has continued to backpack us. So as you can see from the player stats, he's currently got 35 goals this season. He's got an average of 7.77 and has 8 Player of the Match awards so far. But in terms of the specific fixtures since last episode, we first of all had West Bromwich Albion coming to the KCOM Stadium, and Bowen opened the scoring. He opened on the 7th minute, Brewster added one on the 22nd. This game, yes, our possession is a little bit lower than West Brom's, but that's definitely going to be the theme of these 3 games. The idea behind it is I've dropped our backline a little bit deeper. That stops them running in behind us a little bit more, and thus we have given up a little bit of possession, but we are being a little bit less wasteful with it. So first game, we versed West Brom and we won 2-0. We then went and played against Leicester. Now, a lovely away day at Leicester. We opened the scoring on the 13th minute, Ryan Brewster of course being the goal scorer. We then scored on the 44th just before half time and went in 2-0. They then got a nice early goal in the second half through Albrighton, and Dragomir went and killed the game off in the 54th. Again, as you can see, 48% possession to 52. We are, of course, reducing our possession, but being less wasteful, and I will take that. But then we had Brighton. Now, this didn't go according to plan. Yes, we had 44% possession in this game, and you can tell. Brighton wasn't the most clinical. Of course, they had 4 on target from their 10 total. We had 10 from our 17. But Brighton probably should have got away with 3 points in this game. Lucky for us, though, Palacios did not want to let them go away with all 3 points. And that leads up today's episode. So we are first going to be playing against Brentford. Brentford, of course, managed by Gustavo Poyet, of all people. And if anyone has been keeping up to date with Hull City in real life, Brentford didn't go according to plan when we just played them this weekend. Nice 5-1. So we shall be going to get revenge against Brentford in today's episode, hopefully. So without further ado, I will see you fine folks in Brentford in just a second. Okay, ladies and gents, no need to be alarmed. We are actually in Brentford. I know it looks like we're lost on a housing estate, but we're actually rather close to the ground. Now, for anyone who hasn't been to Brentford, their ground is rather surrounded by housing. So if we just turn down here, down the Princess Royale, which I don't know about this sign. You can't really see the next fixture when it's hidden behind planters. But we shall turn down here. We have the nice little club shop here, just a couple of doors down from the ground. So we shall go over to this entrance and we shall head into the stadium. So I will see you fine folks in the stadium in just a second. Right, so we've made it into the stadium, folks, and our team to exact revenge on Brentford shall be Jack Butland in goal. We have Guimaraes, Katic, Pavlovic and Vigore at the back. Dragomir and Palacios in central midfield. Bowen on the left-hand side, Mahi on the right. Gaetano in central attacking mid and Brewster up front. Our bench consists of Pereira, Burke, Reinwald, Elias, Diabate, Aguirre and Al-Zabi. But without further ado, let's go see what Carlos thinks. So Carlos thinks we should tell the team to do it for the fans. Now, I don't know if Carlos has realised this, but we are playing away. I'm expecting a win. You know what? I'm going to listen to Carlos. For once, I'm going to listen to Carlos. Let's listen to him. Let's give the fans something to cheer for. And yes, Carlos, it's not gone down great. They're probably thinking, why do you want us to do it for the 500 or so travelling away fans? But still, Jamie Goodwin of Sky Sports News, the enthusiastic fellow who we have a great respect for, says, "Are you hopeful that Pavlovic carries his recent good form into this match?" Indeed we are. He's been playing really well and I certainly want him to keep it up. The performance, nothing else. I know you dirty-minded people. We want him to keep up the performance. But I apologise for that. I just moved my leg off the chair and it smacked the chair arm into the table. But we have Brentford in possession. They are coming down this left-hand side. Our right, of course. Attacking Vigore. Guimarães, lovely interception. Plays the ball over the top. Will it go to Brewster? No. Pinnock wins the header. Norgard heads it down to Palacios. Palacios, lovely ball over to Brewster. One-on-one with the goalkeeper. And Reyes saves it. Unlucky, my friend. But we do at least have a corner. Gaetano to take the corner, whips it in, doesn't get to Bowen though, goes back to Gaetano. He cuts inside, whips another one in. Pinnock, yet again, is clearing the ball for Brentford. Pinnock is having a nice start to this game, as is Brighton against Middlesbrough. Currently 2-0 up in their game. But Jensen plays it across. Norgard now for Brentford. Brentford still on this attack. Jensen again. Norgard up to Halil. Halil plays it back to Henry. Henry comes on this right-hand side. Halil, oh. We shouldn't be giving him space like that on the near post. That is for certain. I'm actually going to demand a bit more. I don't care if they don't score here. We need our players to perform a little better than they are currently. Bowen coming down this left-hand side. Nice ball through to Brewster. He's making a run. Will he play it back to Bowen? No, he's going to... Oh, he's won it back. Brewster to Guimarães. Lovely ball to Dragamia. Oh, Gaetano. You don't give our central midfielder space like that on the edge of the area. Gaetano and Dragomir can score deadly shots from the edge of the area, and we've just seen that by Gaetano. His second goal of the season, assisted by Vlad Dragomir. Just cuts it back, acres of space, and drills it into the top corner. Lovely goal by Gaetano. And he's showing exactly why he's starting and not Egeria. Because Egeria has been moaning at me about his lack of starts. Now, I don't know how he expects to get in front of Gaetano. Bowen, lovely ball over to Brewster. Brewster, will he get inside? He does, and he gets shot off. Lovely save by Raya, though. And it stays 1-0. We have Brentford coming down this left-hand side. Again, they really like it over on this left-hand side, clearly. Clearly think they can get past Vigore. Halil, though, plays it across to Benrahma. Benrahma to Yedin. Yedin gets a nice ball across. Vigore heads it to Katic. Katic just heads it down. Brentford, oh my goodness, this is disgusting. Thank you. That was very risky. I'm not sure what Katic was trying to do with that header, but it definitely didn't go according to plan. That is for certain. And we head into half-time. It is Brentford 0, Hull City 1. The revenge is still on the cards. So, Brentford have had 4 shots, we've had 10. They've had 2 on target, we've had 6. 4 total fouls, we've had 12. 1 yellow card to our 2. 49% possession to our 51. Their best performance has been Rico Henry. He's had a 7 rating and 100% tackle completion ratio. For us, of course, was Gaetano. 1 goal and an 8.2. They've had Yedling, struggling to perform with a 6.4 and 0% crossing completion ratio. Now, as a right-hand-sided wing-back, probably not the greatest statistic. Struggling for us is Guimarães, very much on the opposite side. Left back with a 6.5. No particular reason for it, but he's apparently struggling. Carlos thinks we should tell the boys to do it for the fans. Now, I'm going to assertively say, let's have a look at those statistics. Now, Gaetano, you've been having an amazing game. Bowen, not so much. You have played, you've played well, room for improvement. You can do better, my friends. You can do better. So we shall head in, telling the lads they can do a little bit better. Pinnock plays it to Henry though. Jensen, we are 49 minutes in. They're looking for an early equaliser. And what on earth has Butland just done there? We're blaming that one on Butland. For certain, yes, error made by Butland. Even the game is going to blame Butland for that one. So Halil just brings the ball down, gets past Vigore, whips it across, Butland goes to collect it and completely misses it. That is one heck of a goalkeeping error from Butland. And I'm kind of tempted to take him off. It seems a little drastic, I know, but with an error like that... Guimarães to Bowen. Bowen plays it across to Palacios. Palacios doesn't get the ball over to Brewster. In fact, Jensen now has it on this right-hand side. Plays it to Yedling, and it is now with Brentford on this right-hand side. Benrahma cutting inside. Butland finally makes a save, and it's cleared away. Gaetano with the corner though, whips it in. Bowen doesn't get onto the end of it. Pavlovic has it though. Gaetano, back post. Oh, Brewster, keep your header down, my friend. We are going to tell the lads we demand a bit more. So demand a bit more of the lads. Bowen, of course, is now feeling pressured. Not sure why. He's on a 6.4. He should know that he needs to perform a little bit better. Pavlovic brings the ball up. Plays it out wide to Mahi. He does have help on this right-hand side. He's cutting inside, though. Tries the ball across to Bowen. Bowen cutting inside a little bit. Does have Guimarães on the overlap if he needs. Plays it to Guimarães. Back to Bowen. Bowen whips one in. Back post. Pinnick heads it down. Mahi, though, has the ball edge of the area. Will Mahi do anything with this? Passes it to Vigouret. Vigouret acres of space. Whips it in. Bowen. Lovely goal. Lovely back and forth play. Vigouret drills the cross. And Jared Bowen heads in his 9th goal of the season. So let's have a little look at this one again. Mahi holds up the ball, plays it out wide to Vigouret, who makes a lovely run, and whips it in for Bowen to nod past. Now, Brentford's defender probably should have done a little bit better. It went past 2 of them to land on Bowen, but we are not going to complain about that. We are, in fact, though, going to bring on Reinwald for Guimarães. Beck can come on for Vigouret. So get those 2 yellow cards off the pitch. And who is struggling? Brewster's having a rough one. Mahi's having a rough one. And Bowen is a little tired and not having the greatest of games. So Brewster on Mahi. Now, we have a big game coming up. But do I want to risk taking Brewster off and them equalising? You know what? We're going to risk it. We're going to rest Brewster and bring on Al-Zabi. Hopefully Al-Zabi can put in a bit of a performance, because of course we're going to need Brewster when we play Arsenal in the next game. A tricky away tie at the Emirates. 84th minute, Gaetano, back post, lovely header by Katic. That's his first goal of the season. Not bad by Katic. Nikola Katic just nodding us further into the lead. And I think that is the result tied up, my friends. We have definitely dominated on the statistics, that is for sure. But Raya taking the goal kick. Brentford optimistically trying to come back into this game in the 92nd minute, and they might get another. No. It is a corner though. Can Brentford get themselves another goal at least? Jensen whips one in. Pavlovic heads it away. Jensen gathers the ball back up though, and it is blocked. Lovely block. Was that Bowen, I believe? We will never know. Reinwald collects the ball though, plays it to Katic. Katic holds the ball up. Lovely ball across to Palacios to Dragomir. Dragomir to Palacios. Reinwald cuts inside. Nice ball through to Bowen. Bowen has help on this inside. He plays it through to Al-Zabi. Al-Zabi one-on-one with... Oh, Raya. Lovely save. Al-Zabi probably should have done a little better. Could have slotted it down the right-hand side, but tried to outmaneuver the goalkeeper. Dragomir dispossessed. And De Silva has given us the ball back. It is... Oh, no, he hasn't. I thought we was getting that throwing, but who cares? It's the 94th minute, and the whistle should be going sometime soon. Reinwald wins it back. Bowen, nice ball over the top. Doesn't go to no one, though. And that is the end of that. Hull City 3, Brentford 1. We had 22 shots. They had 7. They had 4 on target. We had 13. 17 fouls to their 11. 2 yellow cards apiece, 51% possession to their 49. Gaetano was our best performer, with 1 goal and a 9 rating. For them was Rico Henry, 7 rating and 100% tackle completion ratio. Yedling struggled for them with a 6.4 and a 0% crossing completion ratio. Jack Butland, of course, was our worst performer, with that terrible mistake that led to a goal and a 6.3 as a result. In fact, I may even sell him after that. No, it's not getting that bad. But Carlos thinks we should tell the boys it was excellent. You know what? Good win, lads. I shall give you a bit of praise. Maybe boost up your morale. Because after all, we are going to go play Arsenal in just a second. Hull win in the FA Cup. Hull to receive 97 grand. And classy Gaetano performance, of course. I'm not sure if the cup draw is going to fall before the Arsenal game, but if it does, we shall come back for that. But before we head into any of that, we do have some transfer news. So, going out, last time I believe we had Freeman leaving. Evan was, of course, pre-scheduled a few episodes before that. Reese is now out on loan to Northampton. We have Mackenzie going to Gillingham on loan. And we have a couple of big sales. So, first of all, Bettinelli. As those who watched the other season remember, our first Premier League season, Bettinelli was our key man. He was the guy we brought in to keep us up, and he did just that. Now, he did concede 55 goals in 34 appearances, but he had 7 clean sheets, 2 player of the matches, and an average of 7. He was a solid goalkeeper coming up from the Championship. But, as we've all noticed, Butland has become our first choice goalkeeper. Thus, Bettinelli dropped to the bench, and he was on 50 grand a week. So, being so expensive, we sold him. Yes, we made quite the loss. Bought him in at 4.7, sold him for 900k, but it was very needed. We couldn't let him sit on the bill with that sort of wage. We then have DeWice. Now, DeWice is a player I like a lot. I was hoping to keep him around, but age 27, doesn't fit the homegrown status, isn't a starter. We just had to sell him. So, DeWice came in a few years ago. We've got plenty of years out of DeWice. In fact, he's at a massive profit. Hull City bought him from back here from Jong PSV, 175k, and we've sold him for 8.25. Got a few seasons out of him, like I said. Last time he really performed was the season before. 34 appearances, 1 goal, 2 assists, 0 player of the matches, but an average of 7. So that is our 2 departures, and leaves us with 14 million as a transfer budget and 155k a week left over. Now, with that, I was going to try and bring in some homegrown talent. The problem with that is, if we just go to the player search screen, we have, take that off player. As you can see, I've been looking at loan possibilities, but we shall take the loans off for a second. We shall change the based in England, take the average ability off, and we shall go for homegrown status, Hull City. So, trained at club. Now, the problem is, the trained at club is very limited. We have Daniel James, Liam Cooper, Kearney, and Timmonson. Now, Timmonson, we already have a left back. We already have a young left back, so he's pointless. Kearney's 31. Don't really want to buy a 31-year-old. Same with Cooper, 30. So the only option is Daniel James, 24 years old. I was thinking, yeah, great idea. Let's bring in Daniel James. He's even transfer listed, 21.5 million. Slight problem. Tottenham has already gone in for him. And his wage demand is going to be rather a lot. So even if we adjust this, yes, we can get up to the 21 million. Unfortunately, can't really deal with the wage. So that idea is out of the window, at least for now. But without further ado, I'm going to stop rambling, and I will see you fine folks either for the cup draw or when we get to Arsenal in just a second. Okay, ladies and gents, so before we head to the Emirates, we of course have the English FA Cup 5th round draw. 17 teams are of course in the hat for today's draw, and that is Arsenal, Bournemouth, Brighton, Chelsea, Everton, Huddersfield, of course us Hull, Leeds United, Liverpool, Manchester City, Manchester United, Portsmouth, Salford, Tottenham, Watford or Reading, and Wolverhampton Wanderers. So for us, ideally, we would like to play Salford, if that is at all possible. But the first team out of the hat in the FA Cup draw is Arsenal, and they shall be at home to Portsmouth. Tricky away fixture for Portsmouth. We then have Leeds United against Watford or Reading. We then have Salford. Now, this is the game we would really like to get, but I doubt we're going to get it. And the player against Salford is Everton. Of course, Everton get the nice, easy fixture. At home, Brighton and Hove Albion will be playing against Huddersfield. We then have Bournemouth at home to Liverpool. Unlucky for Bournemouth getting Liverpool in the draw. So we have Chelsea, Manchester City, Tottenham, Manchester United or Watford. None of those games seem rather fun. We have Watford? Wolverhampton Wanderers, sorry. Wolves we always seem to struggle against, and Man U, Chelsea, Man City and Tottenham, of course, are the big four. Despise Arsenal fans. Arsenal won't agree with me on that one, but they're essentially the big four. So, next out is Chelsea, and they will play Wolves. So we're getting Manchester City, Tottenham or Man U. Now, Tottenham is 2 spots above the relegation zone, so if we get any of these, which we will, we want Tottenham. So hopefully we get Tottenham. So it's Manchester United. Please be Manchester United versus City. Yes, Man U City. So we are playing Tottenham, but are we at home? We are at home. We are at home to Tottenham Hotspur. Now, I'm not sure what our record against Tottenham is. If we have a quick little look at a Tottenham fixture, we can have a little look at that one. So, Tottenham, we played Tottenham not far after that game, in fact. So, how have we played against Tottenham so far? Have we even played Tottenham? I'm not seeing Tottenham. Oh, yes, we did. Here, home. We beat them 3-1 at home back in December. So, hopefully we can repeat that performance. But without further ado, let's go head to the Emirates. Okay, ladies and gents, so as you can see from the guys cutting the grass just down there, we have actually arrived here at the Emirates a little bit early. So I'm going to enjoy having a tour around the facilities, enjoy the place a little bit, and I will see you fine folks in a few hours. Okay, ladies and gents, it's finally game time here at the Emirates, and our team to play Arsenal today, and hopefully pick up our first win against Arsenal so far in this save, will be Jack Butland in goal. We have Reinwald, Katic, Pavlovic and Vigore at the back. Dragomir and Palacios in central midfield. Diabate comes in on the left-hand side, Bowen on the right, Gaetano in central attacking mid, and Brewster up front, of course. Our bench consists of Pereira, Burke, Guimaraes, Pearson, Mahi, Ageria and Al-Zabi. But without further ado, let's go see what Carlos thinks. And Carlos thinks we should tell the team that they're expected to pick up where they left off. Now, hopefully he's not referring to Butland, because as we all know, Butland didn't have the greatest performance in the last episode. Well, last game even. Last episode he didn't have much of a performance either, but last game was certainly one for him to forget. So, we owe Arsenal after what happened in our last... Yeah, go out, get revenge. Revenge is our favourite dish around here. So, Arsenal are unbeaten in 3 matches against Hull. Can you end that run here and now? Well, Kevin Lake from Football 365, you devious fellow who we have a great respect for. I don't like it, and I'm desperate for it to end. We're going to give it everything we've got. How are you approaching the task of breaching the Premier League's best defence? Well, we plan to kick it over the top and have Brewster slot a few away. We have to find and exploit their weaknesses. Yes, they exist. Arsenal's recent good form has them 4th in the Premier League form table. How much of a threat do they pose? Well, considering they're 3rd in the actual league, quite a bit. There's quite a gap between 4th place and us, never mind 3rd place. They're a threat, but so are we. We're not scared of the challenge. We shall fight them on the beaches and in the Emirates, apparently. But Reinwald tries to get to Dragomir, goes back to Reinwald though, lovely ball into Brewster, collected by Leno though. Leno with the nice diving catch. 3 minutes in and we are at least pushing forward. Vigore, nice tackle, wins it and plays it to Bowen. Bowen plays it to Vigore. Vigore's made a nice run down this right hand side, passes it inside to Bowen, lovely run by Bowen and it's another save by Leno. Unfortunately we can't make the most of that situation. Alex, though, throws it in. Ottavio tries to get it across. Arsenal down this left-hand side, though. Alex Tellis has kept the ball in and is making a lovely cross to Bellerin. Bellerin, and it's a lovely... Oh. Lovely save onto the post, and it's kicked away. I'm glad Bellerin's follow-up wasn't as good as the original. Pavlovic, nice ball out to Vigore. Vigore plays it inside to Palacios to Bowen. Vigore has made a lovely run once more. It's over to Brewster though. Brewster, will he play it back to Vigore or will he go alone? He's come inside on his own. Unfortunately, Leno cuts off the near post. We are giving Arsenal one heck of a game. I must say, we don't look like a team that's been slapped about 3 times by Arsenal in the past. But they are on the attack now. 14th minute. Gaetano's intercepted it though, and Gaetano does have Brewster in support. Brewster is going alone and he's hoofed it over the bar. Come on, Rian. We need better. Arsenal free kick, and Manolas cannot keep his shot down. Maybe he shouldn't have tried volleying it. But Brighton are 1-0 up against Burnley, and Chelsea are 1-0 up against Villa. West Brom has just gone 1-0 against Fulham also. So all the home teams are currently in the lead apart from Arsenal. That I can see. There might be some further down, of course, who aren't, but from the top lot, Gaetano's won the ball back though, and Brewster has broken through once more. Lovely block by the Arsenal defence though. We do have a corner on the 26th minute. Been a lot of action in these first opening minutes of the game. Leno, though, collects the cross, and that is the end of that. Half an hour in, and I may be losing my voice. They've had 9 shots to our 5. We're keeping it rather close on the possession, 50-50. And Reinwald is throwing it into Dragomir. Dragomir to Diabate. Diabate can get a cross in, gets it to Brewster. Brewster heads it over once more, though. Come on, Rian. If we can just get Rian putting these away, we could have the lead. But it is currently 0-0 here at the Emirates. They've had 14 shots, we've had 6. They've had 4 on target, we've had 2. 4 fouls to our 7, 0 yellow cards to our 2, 51% possession to our 49. Hector Bellerin has been their best performer with a 6.9 and 7.1 kilometres covered. Gaetano has been our best performer with a 7.1 and a 6.4 kilometres covered. Struggling to perform, however, is Nicolas Pepe for them, 6.5 and no reason for it. Jared Bowen for us, 6.5 and 0% crossing completion. Jared Bowen has been having a rough time recently, I must say. But Brighton has been equalised by Burnley in their game. Chelsea is still 1-0 up against Villa, and West Brom is still 1-0 up against Fulham going into half-time. But Carlos thinks we should tell the boys they did well, and their efforts were excellent. You know what? Everyone, it's time to dig deep. Yeah, we deserve to win this, so go out, do it. You can do this, lads. Bit of motivation. Give them a kick up the backside. Vigore is looking a little nervous. I don't know why, but he is. I should have probably given him a bit of a back rub and gone, you can do this, my friend. You can do this. But I didn't. Pavlovic tries a nice ball over the top, doesn't get through to Brewster. Arsenal in possession now, are coming down this left-hand side. Rowe, nice ball over to Aubameyang. Aubameyang one-on-one with Butland. Lovely save, Butland. And Katic gets it away. Arsenal players are looking uninterested, and there isn't any real shouts for me to do right now. Reinwald plays it into Dragomir to Diabate. Diabate cuts inside, nice ball to Gaetano. Gaetano to Dragomir. Dragomir out wide to Reinwald. He has acres of space. Reinwald will he cut inside? He gets past Bellerin and he's giving it straight back to them. Lacazette on the counter-attack now down their right-hand side. Our left. He's giving it away though. Gaetano, lovely slide tackle, and he's broken through one-on-one with Leno. Can Gaetano finish? No. Pass it to Brewster, my friend. Diabate. Where was that pass going? It is Arsenal. Oh, Dragomir has won it back once more. Diabate runs into the defence, and Bellerin has tripped him up. Very intriguing bunch of events there, but we have a free kick, and it should be Gaetano. Gaetano is taking it. Which one in? Back post, and it's got to be a penalty, surely. Lacazette. You dirty man. Lacazette with a shove on Pavlovic, and we have Bowen stepping up for the penalty. Come on, Jared. You can do this, my friend. Oh, Jared. Jared, why? Why do you do this to me, Jared? Why? You're such a heartbreaker. That's almost as heartbreaking as you deciding to go to West Ham. But enough about Jared Bowen and his disappointing 6.2. We are going to get him off, and we are going to bring on Mahi. Nobody is beyond being substituted on this team. Guimarães will come on for Reinwald, and Dragomir is on a yellow card, so we shall bring on Pearson. Would Palacios be okay across there? Yes. So we shall swap them around like that. Hopefully we don't pick up any injuries going into the back end of this game. But we are definitely looking like a decent side here against Arsenal. I hopefully didn't speak too soon. Oh, I have. I have. Of course I have. As soon as I say we are doing okay, we go and give away a goal. So it's Victor Fischer from the free kick, just pokes it away on the back post. We shall get away from that. We shall demand more from our rather anxious team. I can see why they're all anxious, because bit of a daft time to give away a goal. And we might concede a second one here. Yes, we have. That was messy. Just pings off Pearson and they have a second. I can't be too mad at Pearson here. Very unlucky in his situation. It just sort of bobbled about and clipped off him. It is an awful way to finish this game though. A game we arguably could have won if Bowen went and slotted away the penalty, but unfortunately we leave with a 2-goal loss. So it is Arsenal 2, Hull City 0. They had 29 shots, we had 12. 10 on target to our 5. 8 total fouls to our 19. 0 yellow cards to 3 yellow cards. 52% possession to our 48. Fischer was their best performer with 1 goal and a 7.7. Our best performer was Gaetano, 7.2 and 12.8 kilometres covered. Struggling to perform was Pepe with a 6.4, and for us, of course, Bowen with a 6.2. We have 4 different milestones, but feel free to go through them if you wish. Carlos thinks we should tell the boys their effort was excellent. I mean, the first half was. The finish from Bowen, not so much. We were underdogs out there and you gave your best. You know, yeah. We're not going to deflate them. We shall tell them they did their best. And after all, Arsenal are now second place. Yes, they have got a couple of games on the other teams around them. And as you can see, down in 16th is Tottenham, like I mentioned. Struggling this season indeed. So hopefully that will help us when it comes to the FA Cup tie. But speaking of fixtures, we are going to play a couple more games off camera. So I shall play Everton and Southampton, and then we shall return for the Turf Moor and the Stamford Bridge games. So I thank you all for watching today's episode. I hope you all had a great night, and I hope you all have a great week ahead of you. Goodbye.